The next one is Java futures. So in this class we are going to discuss about all these things. Okay, so Java has many futures. That's the reason it has a more famous than any other programming language nowadays available. Okay, so there are many competitor programming languages to the Java, but many people still prefer Java is the best language because of its futures. Okay, if you see it, it is simple. So to understand or to write, okay, to manage the code, it is very simple. Java is very simple language to manage or to write or to understand the code. Okay, and it follows object oriented programming language. Okay, so everything in Java is object. Everything in Java is object. In such a way it follows it. And the other thing is platform independent. Is nothing but the dot class file which you create can be executable in any platform. Okay, let's say the dot class file you created in the Windows, and that can be transferred to the Mac or the Linux, and there it can be executable. Okay, so it's like if you take a example of C programming language. Okay, many might have known it. If you create some program in Windows, okay, in C, and that can be only executable in Windows only. You cannot execute that program in Linux or some other machines. That is not possible. Whereas in Java, the program which is converted to a dot class file can be executed in any platform. That's a major advantage of Java. And secure. Let's discuss about secure. Okay, Java program always run in JRE with almost null interaction with the system OS. Hence, it is more secure. Okay, and no explicit point. Okay. Is nothing but whatever the Java program which you are going to run will be run in the JRE. Let's say JRE is like one platform, you can say, which will be run inside the operating system. Okay, let's say our operating system is Windows, and somebody's could be Mac, or somebody's could be Linux, whatever it is. Okay, so on top of the operating system, JRE will be there. That is called Java runtime environment. Okay, JRE will be there, and in the JRE your Java program will be executed. For example, okay, let's take so let's say it is operating system, whatever which I have drawn now. I'll consider it is an operating system. So there is a JRE inside. So in the operating system, in the JRE, your Java, let's assume this square bracket, this square you can consider as a Java. So in the operating system, in the JRE, your Java will be executed. That means that the Java will not interact with the operating system. Whatever it wants, it will directly interact with the JRE and get the things done. Okay, so that's the reason we said Java program always run in JRE with almost null interaction with system OS. Hence, it is more secure. Okay, so there is a operating system one layer, and JRE the second layer, and the Java. So Java will be running in the second layer. Okay, so that is the reason we call it as more secure. If you take other programs such as C or some other programs, those will be directly executed inside the operating system. Okay, comparatively those programs, comparatively those language, Java is more secure. And next one is robust. Okay, robust is nothing but it's very strong. Okay, robust is simply meaning that it is strong. Java is a very strong language. The reason is Java uses strong memory management, and there are lack of pointers that avoid security problem. Is nothing but Java doesn't use any problems, unlike C. And there is automatic garbage collection in Java, and there is a exception handling and type checking mechanism in Java, and By considering all these reasons, we say Java is robust. Okay, and it is portable. Is nothing but the Java bytecode. So in basically dot class file will be there in the bytecode. This dot class file can be carried out to any platform for execution. Okay, so portable is nothing but you can move anywhere. Is nothing but this particular dot class file can be moved to any other place. Okay, any other different OS. Let's say something which is generated in the Windows machine that can be carried out to any other different platform, and there won't be any issue. And distributed, we can create distributed applications in Java. Okay, and for that, distributed is nothing but there is an application which will be communicating to database, and there is a same application which will be communicating to some other external files, and some external it is communicating to the internet. Okay, so all those things we can call it as distributed. We can create distributed application in Java, and RMI and EJB are used for creating distributed applications. And Java also support multi-threaded. Okay, the same program, let's say you are very much aware, right? Let's take an example of WhatsApp. Okay, you are downloading some message or you are downloading some video in the WhatsApp, and simultaneously the download will happen simultaneously, and you will be also chatting to someone, and you will be sharing some data to somebody, right? So these two things, the download and the charting, happens parallelly. Okay, so when two actions from a single application, when two actions are happening parallelly, we can say that is multi-threaded application. Okay, so yeah, so you'll be downloading the video, and other side you will be chatting to someone, and other side you will be sharing some files to somebody. Okay, all those things will happen, the download, upload, and the charting. So all these three things will happen simultaneously from a single application. So those applications we call it as multi-threaded application. So using Java, you can also create such kind of multi-threaded applications. So that means this multi-threaded. The next one is architectural neutral. Compiler generates a bytecode which have nothing to do with a particular computer architecture. Okay, hence a Java program is easy to interpret on any machine. The next one is interpreted. The Java compiler generates a bytecode rather than native machine code. Okay, to actually run a Java program. So the interpreter basically understand your dot class file, and scans a line by line and execute it. Okay, if you can see this program, so there is a myprogram.java which will be compiled, and it will be turned to myprogram.class, and in the Java virtual machine, so your program will be interpreted and will be given commands to the system. And it is all, Java is also called as a dynamic language for the following reasons. So Java is capable of dynamically linking new classes, methods, objects. Java's program supports functions written in C and C++. These functions are known as native methods. Okay, the best advantage of Java is that the programs and the functions which are written in C and C++, you can also integrate with Java. Okay, so that's one of the best feature of Java, and this feature we can call it as dynamic feature of Java. So that's about Java features.